Hey, everyone. It is your girl, Hennither Bianca Gant. Some of you might know me as the HR lady, but I'm extremely excited to share this topic today. I'm not really excited. I need to talk about it. I don't know if anybody else is talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Okay. So anywho, if this is your first time watching my video, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. But my background is in human resources, and I've been able to help hundreds of individuals get their dream careers through career strategy sessions, resume, LinkedIn, you name it. I believe the number that our company has served to date is just about 500. In addition to that, I provide trainings and workshops to associations, organizations, companies on different career-related topics, but also HR compliance and personal development, leadership coaching, diversity and inclusion, you name it. And then lastly, one of the things that we do on an ongoing basis is to help employers stay out of the courtroom by helping them with their HR compliance. We do that through a company called Career Image Solutions. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. So let's get right into it, because I know if you are on YouTube, you probably don't have a lot of time to talk about some things. This is just a quick chat session. So recently I listened to one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to from a business perspective is Entre Leadership. It's by Dave Ramsey's staff. And I was listening to one of the podcasts recently. Sorry, guys. And they were talking about ways to recession-proof your business. So I started thinking about ways to recession-proof your career. But we know as HR professionals, or if you're watching this and you're a job seeker, if you've been working for long enough, you know that it's kind of hard to say that anything can be recession proofed. The reality is that you just need to have trust. You have to just trust that, wherever it is that God is taking you, that he's got you, I don't think there's any way to really recession proof anything. However, I do think that there are some things that career seekers can do to make sure that at least their name has credibility when the economy takes a turn. Because again, as an HR professional, my team and I, we are constantly looking for great talent. That's one of the things that we do, right? And because we're always looking for great talent, we work for different clients. And one issue that I've seen not recently, I've been noticing this trend, and I'm in the Maryland area. So if you all are in the Maryland area, please feel free to chime in if this is something that's happening in your area, or if it's happening in the other cities. Let me know, because let me tell you, there is one sure way to make sure that you don't get a job is by having a bad name. Now, I know in Maryland, we are doing really well with the job market is outstanding. The average job seeker probably has like 3 to 4 options, right? There's a plethora of jobs in Maryland. And let me just speak about it, especially within Baltimore, the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia corridor. But the reality is that it wasn't always like that. Okay. So for those of you in the job market that are like, oh, I don't have to answer an employer. I don't have to show up for an interview. I can go and show up for a job and then just totally disappear after the first day. I mean, I know that we live in a culture that says, live your best life. You do what you want to do to make you happy and things like that. I get that, but just know that sometimes you might experience a different side of the coin at one particular point in your career, and you don't want to burn all of your bridges. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there are certain situations, it's like, I don't owe them anything. I get that. But I'm just an advocate of doing the right things all the time, no matter what it takes, right? Because You just never know. A good name is worth way more than silver and gold, a good reputation rather, right? So you just want to kind of keep that in mind. And what I've seen again is applicants are job seekers literally ghosting. This ghosting issue is crazy. Listen, I was telling one of my girlfriends, one of my HR girlfriends, and I said, you know what? It's like when you were dating, I'm married now, but I don't know if you all have ever experienced this, right? So like when you go out on dates, when you've gone on dates and like people just like disappear, like you got on a date and like they like disappeared the next day, like what happened to you? Like, so you're not just gonna say like, hey, I'm not interested, whatever, right? So that's what's happening now in the job market, right? So because people have options, employees feel like they could just ghost, they could just like, oh, I'm just not going to show up for the interview, even though I've had the phone interview, even though I confirmed that I was going to come for the in-person interview, I'm just not going to show up. And oh, by the way, not only am I not going to show up, but I'm not going to tell anyone that I'm not going to show up. And when you call me back, I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm going to send you to do not disturb. Who does that? Who does that? Very annoying, very annoying. But in the same respect, from an employer perspective, we want to make sure that we don't ghost applicants. Hello, someone, right? Because, and I know that it can be quite challenging because you have so many applicants and things of that nature. But the reality is like, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? So you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. And the reality, we just need to really, so for example, in Career Image Solutions, I realized that while that was our philosophy, that we wanted to make sure that we contacted applicants, even if they did not get the job, I recognized that we went through a window of time when we were just like really booming. There was a really peak season that we had recently. I was like, man, we didn't kind of circle back with those applicants as I would have wanted them to. So even though it's kind of like outside of that window, I just really feel like, you know, just from integrity standpoint, I just need to make sure that we're reaching out to individuals, letting them know like, hey, you didn't get it, because it's a horrible feeling to be ghosted, right? So if you are ghosting an employer, that is one sure way that you will ruin your career. Absolutely. Especially if recession is coming. When recessions come, so again, I don't do scare tactics or anything like that. But the bottom line is that if you've been working long enough, if you've been living long enough, you know that recessions bring about layoffs, right? They bring about job scarcity. So if you are in the job market, you want to just be mindful that you are not ghosting an employer. If you are no longer interested, communicate that you're no longer interested. If you are no longer, if you no longer even want to go for the interview because you spoke with someone else about the job and they told you something negative, then by all means, let them know like, hey, listen, I'm no longer interested. At least you want to keep a good name at all costs. You want to keep your good reputation at all costs, because especially from an HR perspective, what happens is that you don't know that recruiter, that hiring official, you don't know that person actually has connections to like 7, 8 other organizations. You don't know that you ghosting Hennither today means that your ghosting reputation carries further 3 years from now, because Hennither works with several different clients. Hennither keeps a database on who ghosts us. Yes, we do. Talk about me if you want to. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a database of people that don't have integrity, that do not reach back out to say, hey, I'm no longer interested, or especially those that have been scheduled for an interview, they just don't show up. Now, and for those of you that might be wondering, we do give people the benefit of the doubt. Again, I'm huge about giving people chances, because people gave me a chance. I was not always who I was, and if it was not for the mentorship that I received, I would not be where I am today. So we're all about like, hey, calling applicants like, hey, did anything happen? Things of that nature. But you know when you've been ghosted because they just totally, disappear off the face of the planet. So anyway, I just wanted to share those nuggets with you. If you are an HR professional watching this and you are in another state, another region of the world, let me know. Is ghosting also happening in your region? Or is it just me and my team and my girlfriends that are also in HR? Let me know what's happening in your region, in your side of the world. If you're watching this from another country, let me know, are people, are applicants ghosting you as well? Let me know. I want to know. I want to see if this is also happening in your region, because it is ridiculous. It is really, I mean, man. And what I will also say is that it's not just your entry level positions, although I will say that it happens more so in your entry level positions, right? So I have seen that employer ghosting happens, or applicant ghosting rather, happens more frequently with your entry level positions. But still, yet it's like, do you want the job or not? Right? Anyway, don't ghost. Don't ghost. Don't ghost. You want to keep a good name at all costs. You want to keep your integrity at all costs. So if you're not interested in something, share it. And if you realize that you might have made a mistake, again, I went through, I'm like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. So I plan on putting a plan together to rectify it. Right. But you just want to keep integrity. Integrity is really key, especially from an applicant standpoint. So that's all I wanted to share with you all. Again, if you're an HR professional watching this, I want to know your feedback, because I'm telling you, it's been real over here. All right, everybody, have a great day. Until next time, don't forget to command your day. If you would like to connect with us, make sure you reach out to us on at career-image.com, career-image.com. We are on Facebook as well as on LinkedIn. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I talk about all things HR for job seekers as well as HR professionals. So make sure you subscribe, tune in, and again, don't forget to command your day.